The 5 easiest DØDS to learn. First one, the Philip trick. So this trick is actually named after the 3-time world champion, Philip Dever. He's a legend. It's a little different than the traditional 360, but I would say as easy to learn. First thing, you want to lay out on the side, flat as possible. I like to take off from one foot and use my other to kick a little bit up, just to get into that position. And the second thing, you want to hold that position on your back as long as possible, or as long as you feel comfy. It doesn't need to be as long as you can, but a good stall is nice. And this is also a great position to add some flavor, like looking someone in the eyes, or I don't know, throwing a basketball, whatever you want. And this is also a trick that is super nice to do with a lot of speed and still have control, so I want to see you boost this one. Okay, the second one, of course, the gainer DØDS. One of the most popular cliff jumping tricks, I will say. A few things can beat the good old floated gainer. And it's a little scary to learn for the first time, I know, but as soon as you get over that fear, it becomes one of the easiest tricks. And so the first tip here to get it is, of course, to learn a traditional gainer to your feet. Running, standing, it doesn't matter, but it's a little easier to the feet since you have more room of actually spotting. Learn that first, and if you want to learn a gainer, I can make a more detailed tutorial than this if you want, but I need to know. And the second thing is gonna be here. If there's a run up, you run. In my opinion, the gainer looks way cooler with a run up, and I also feel like when you run, it's easier to get into that laid, that more steezy position. So if it's a run up, you run. And the third thing, how you do the rotation. And I feel like it's 2 ways to do it. And the first way is you set the speed and you have like a constant speed all the way into a DØDS. Or the other way, the way I like to do it, is to actually go out and then stall. So use your hands, use your feet, make yourself big and stall a little bit. And then you time the gainer. So that's when you drop your arms and take your head back and actually drop into the gainer. And if you actually can stall it a little bit before you move your head back, you got a great gainer. The third trick is, of course, the front flip. I really think it's a savage trick because it kind of forces you, so you have to attack the water, which I think is great. And here's a couple tips to turn it up a little bit. So the first thing is your takeoff. You should prefer doing the takeoff with one foot, like a Webster takeoff, I guess. One foot in front of the other. You kind of want to make it look not like a gymnastic or diving. You want to make it look more like rugged and raw, like proper DØDSy style. That's the way. Second thing is remember to stretch before you land. Get a good stretch. Very important. Or you just lay out the whole thing, which is probably one of the coolest ways to do it, but it's also a little harder. But if you can do a layout. The third thing is going to be the speed of your rotation. I like to think of the speed as to my feet or a little faster, so then when I actually get around, you can curl up and just do a crusher into the water. And I'd rather go a little too slow than a little too fast. Too fast, you really want to avoid. The fourth trick is the 720. Big favorite here. I think I know a lot of DØDSers who prefer the 720 when it's starting to get really high. You kind of want to have the 360 before you learn the 720, so if you don't, check out tutorial here. So the first thing is you want to think of the first spin in the 720 first. So when I do a 720, I don't think about 2 spins, I think about 1 spin. So I just set my first spin the way I want it, and then the second kind of just happen. But it's crucial to set your first spin the right way. That's the way. Second thing is gonna be go slower. A thing I often see people do is they do their first 360 very fast, so the second spin kind of just become like a recovery spin, I guess. So you can set the trick way slower than you think and it looks way cooler. It's my opinion. Last easy trick, the fifth trick is not that normal, but it's the half matrix. Definitely one of the easier ones, tech-wise, but steez-wise could be a little harder. And to explain the tricks for you guys that kind of don't get it, it's just like a front flip 180. You just do the 180 very early, so it kind of turns into a backflip at the beginning. So the first thing to know is different from the backflip. In the Matrix, you can actually spot the water all the way. So you just lock your eyes into that water and you wait and you attack. Second thing, the hardest part of this trick is to actually go slow enough. So for me, when I do it, the main thing I focus on is to actually hold back my rotation and not go too fast. That's the hardest part of the trick. And the third thing here is for some extra steeziness, you wanna pop really hard. Big pop, straight into that dope position, you chill, you wait, you attack, and you look cool. Coolest tricks to learn, easiest tricks to learn, half matrix, everybody should do it. I love it, now you go love it. And of course, if you're looking for a place to jump, check out our app. No waiting, little new thing here, it's actually free. So all the spots, 4,000 spots plus, all around the world, for free. Go check it out. Thank you for watching.